beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl again, Kekeletso, aka Keke. This is Bophelo with Keke. Yes, the channel's name is Bophelo with Keke. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. The new subscribers, welcome to my channel. My regular viewers, thank you so much for continuing to support me. I really appreciate that. Okay, like I promised on the last video I did, I'm going to address the questions that most of the people kept on asking. Okay, so what I'm going to address is about the aged care labor agreement, because most people were asking, sending messages that they keep on applying, they don't know, like nothing is coming up. On the last videos I was talking about aged care labor agreement, which is something that Australia came up with when they realized that they have high shortage of carers to help with the aging population. Please go back and watch those videos so that you can understand and know what is needed. Okay, but just to summarize, first the applicant needed to do the assessment with ANMA or ACWA. All the requirements are there, because it was either you have the experience or it is through your qualification. If you go back to the videos, I explained everything that is needed and how the process goes, the cost, and everything is there. Please go back to the videos and watch. And the other thing was for the employer to sign the memorandum of understanding with the unions. But unfortunately, it looks like most employers were hesitant in applying for this memorandum of understanding. Just to note, Australia has about 800 industries that deal with aged care, or I can say employers, 800 employers, yeah, just to, in simple terms, that deal with aged care, so they can employ a lot of people. And the aim is that they should have employed about 14,000 people within 5 years. Yes, these 800 industries needed to have employed about 14,000 people to come in Australia and help. So it's quite a lot of people that they really need here in Australia. So now let's hear why these employers were hesitant and what is currently happening. Are they still signing? Are they still recruiting from overseas? Or what has happened? And for those of you who has done the assessments and got the positive results, congratulations, and don't lose heart, because good news, this aged care labor agreement is still going on, and it's still something that the government is still talking about. As of November, only 11 industries have registered, and reasons for delaying to register was disclosed on one newspaper on the 22nd. Actually, the name of the newspaper is the Australian newspaper. Yes, this was published on Monday 22nd, and they published the discussion that the MPs or that the government had, or in the discussion in the parliament this month. The discussion came up because they were like, we signed the agreement a few months ago, hoping to cap this shortage of aged care labor, but we don't see much difference. What's really happening? Like, we want this thing to happen, we need to make a plan if there were some hiccups. What's really happening? And on the discussion that they had, they realized that one hiccup was for the employers to sign this agreement with the unions. So on the newspaper, it states that I'll read just a few lines for you just to understand what they were saying. It says, but the requirements for providers to sign an agreement with the union has sparkled backlash from employer groups who have warned of union overreach. Okay, so let's hear what they were saying. Under the agreement, unions have special access to workers, including through inductions. So the employers were hesitant to sign with the unions because they were like, so it means for us to employ from outside, we have to sign with the unions. And then one of the agreements in the this memorandum is that the unions are the ones who are supposed to do the induction for the employers. As if we know, like most employers have their own people they employed to conduct inductions. So if now on this agreement they have to again pay the unions because they are going to do the inductions for them, maybe they felt this is just too much for us, like it's really going to cost us a lot for if the union is going to do the inductions, yet we have our own people that are conducting our inductions, and the inductions that we do are specifically for our home. Okay, so the other problem that they said is that the agreement also forces providers to ensure workers have time off to attend union meetings. So signing the agreement with the unions, you also agree that you give people to have time to go and attend the unions. But remember, your problem is you have shortage, you need coverage. So if you also need to cater to give people time to go do the meetings of the union, not on their own time but on your own time, it's also not going to help you that much, because you are still going to lose time for those people to go there, and shortage will still be there. And the other one was that the local staff should be offered 76 hours a fortnight, that is in 2 weeks, before overseas workers are used. That one is reasonable. We understand they need to give jobs to the local people before overseas, but that's not the main problem, because the reason why they ended up reverting to recruiting overseas is because they don't have enough locals to cover the shifts, or the locals that are there don't want to work full time, they just want to pick maybe 1 or 2 shifts, and shortage still remains. So those were the main problems that employers were having with this memorandum of understanding that had to be brought up in the parliament for the discussion. But the immigration minister, the name is Andrew Giles, had to answer and defend or let the members of parliament know what is really happening. He said this initiative is working, even though most industries were a bit hesitant at first, but now probably since they have seen with the first 11 that had registered, because the numbers are increasing, more employers are now signing this. And he also said more visa applications, and it still stands that they want 14,000 visas to be done over the next 5 years. From when this agreement started up to 5 years, their aim is to have 14,000 aged care workers from abroad to come and help. I also looked at some information from the weekly source, where they were also discussing about where they also talked about this aged care industry. Let's hear what has been happening here. The information I said I derived from the weekly source is here. This was published on the 24th January 2024, yesterday. Okay, because this is the 25th when I'm recording this video. It says only 55 visas approved under new aged care industry labor agreements as more providers sign up. Yay! Okay, so let's hear what they are saying. This sounds great. It says there are currently 34 aged care industry labor agreements in place and 155 visas approved under this program. Yes, this just adds up to what we had that the MPs spoke about in Parliament. Okay, as of 5th January 2024, the Department of Home Affairs was finalizing a further 9 labor agreement requests. So further approvals could be imminent. But with the aged care sector short an estimate of 17,000 workers, there is still some way to go. So the shortage here is 17,000 workers, but this agreement only it's for now it's catering for 14,000 workers. Okay, let's hear what they are saying. In November 2023, only 11 labor agreements have been approved, as reported by the source. And this places were in the exception of the Tasmania state. It was only these other states except Tasmania. Okay, but now as of this age it's now 34, so it means between November, I can say December up to now, more employers signed this thing. So it could mean that in the next couple of weeks there is going to be more. Remember, Australia has about 800 aged care employers or industries, I can say. Yeah. So let's hear what they're saying again. As of 5th January 2024, the Department of Home Affairs had granted 100 temporary skilled shortage visas and 55 employer-nominated scheme visa under this agreement. So remember that there are two types of visas under this agreement: the temporary one, which is going to lead to permanent residency after 2 years, and the residence one. That's just what they are explaining here. In total, 279 visa applications have been lodged, suggesting again that further approvals could be on the way, but it's still far cry for the potential 14,000 care workers. So this just says to us, they are aware that they still need to do a lot. They still need to sign more agreements, and they still need to do more visa applications and approvals. Okay, the next one, it says Lutheran Services and Scalabrini sign labor agreements. Yay! So this means two more employers have signed the agreement. Okay, let's hear what they are saying. Last week, Queensland not-for-profit aged care provider Lutheran Services announced it had signed an aged care industry labor agreement with the potential to employ up to 270 care staff in 2024. So in 2024, this year, they want 270 care staff. An opportunity is here, guys. I know you spent a lot of money doing the assessment, and when you didn't hear anything, it was discouraging, but be encouraged. More employers are signing, and the government is still on this case. All right. And here what they are also saying: never has there been a greater need for aged care workers. We need to adopt new approaches to recruit, like the aged care industry labor agreements, in order to keep pace with the changing needs of the aging population and the increasing complex compliance landscape. This is the CEO, Nick Ryan, who said this. Okay, let's hear another industry that has signed. New South Wales aged care provider Scalabrini has also signed a labor agreement with applications submitted for 30 staff. They've already submitted for 30 staff, and another 150 inquiries in the pipeline. So this is just what they are saying. They probably even need more employers. So here are two that I gave you. Go and apply, and I wish you all the best with this. And on the next videos, I'm going to give you other industries or other employers that have signed this agreement, so that you can do what? The application. As we have seen, more employers are signing in this memorandum of understanding. Probably they have seen that this thing is really serious and this thing is really working, and the shortage keeps on increasing every day. So this says to you, keep on applying, don't lose hope. Take your time every day and apply, look for new vacancies, and more vacancies are going to come up the more the employers sign this agreement. If it's only 34 and the total number is 800, there's still more that are going to sign, and hopefully this new year it's going to be better than last year, and your migration trim is going to become reality. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please remember to subscribe, remember to share, and remember to like. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Stay tuned for my next videos where I'm going to give you these industries that have signed the memorandum of understanding so that you make your way there to apply for the jobs. Thank you. All the best. Love you. Bye.